Hi guys, this is Johnny Hunkins here at Popular Hot Rodding Magazine, and today we are here at Outlaw Motorsports in Riverside, California with Project Valiant. Today we're going to be installing most of our Be Cool cooling system here. It's a comprehensive system, and it's designed to handle up to 1,000 horsepower for Mopar A bodies. We have the part number here at the bottom of the screen for you here. Okay, now we made a little progress on the Valiant since you last saw it. The Indy cylinder heads low deck wedge motor is installed in the engine compartment in our altercation front K member there, and it's kind of a tight fit, and we're going to get this cooling system in right here. This particular system is going to require a little bit of trimming here to the pinch welds on the subframe there. And this is a comprehensive system. Be Cool tells us it was actually developed for Ronnie Socks when they put a big Hemi in one of his A bodies. And we've got fans, all the hardware and stuff. We're going to try to get all that in for you today. And in just a minute, Ron Estjen is going to begin the installation. So enjoy the ride. Well, our radiator from Be Cool is 29.5 inches wide, so that's the space that we need for it down here, and we have less than 29.5 inches from the factory. It's more like 28 or something, right, Ron?
28.25.
28.25. So what Ron has done is he's marked out and measured the area that he wants to trim off of the body pinch welds there so that it can fit right in there. And of course, once it's in there, we've got locating pins right there that will have to be drilled into the body. Ron is marking the radiator core support for an area that he wants to cut away, because a radiator is pretty wide, and it needs to be wide in order to get the airflow and the heat dissipation we need. But the actual hole for the stock radiator that was up here for this original 6-cylinder engine, it just wasn't wide enough, and we're going to actually take it out wider so that the radiator can be exposed to the airflow. So Ron has made some measurements, and he's marking off the area where he can cut away. Also, he's marked where the locating pins are going to go on the fenders there. Well, we're lightening the car also as a benefit. Well, you gotta love how Be Cool makes their radiators for specific applications like our Mopar A body. And we've got our holes drilled in here already for the locating pins, which are right there on the radiator. Ron, go ahead and get that in and see how we did on that. Sweet. Our 1,000 horsepower Be Cool system comes with two 13-inch SPAL fans that are controlled by an electronic controller, harness and stuff. It's actually in this kit right there that we'll put on later. But basically, each one of these fans has 4 brackets that hook around the edge of the radiator and attach the fans with this hardware. And you assemble it all together and then put it in the car and do the wiring.
Snug as a bug. Clearing all the pulleys.
Be Cool provides these brackets right here that mount the radiator to the core support, and we had to modify them just a little bit. I think that Ronnie Sox's car was probably a Barracuda, and maybe our Valiant's radiator core support is a slightly different shape, so we had to bend them just a little bit. But then Ron's already drilled out 4 or 5/16" holes for the bolts, the provided hardware, and that's just going to hold the radiator in place while we make all our violent maneuvering. Our Be Cool cooling system came with this electric wiring harness for the electric fans, and it basically consists of these two harnesses with two relays. It also includes this thermostatic switch, which goes in the water pump housing right here. It's already got the Teflon on it from Be Cool, and that just goes in right there. These are 30-amp relays included in the kit, and we've decided to mount them on the driver's side right next to the radiator. One thing we didn't mention before that we probably ought to better say is that when you get this really large 1,000 horsepower radiator, you're going to be moving the battery to the trunk, because this is obviously the place where the battery used to be. So make plans to do that if you get this system. Well, as you can see, we've transitioned to underneath the Valiant to finish up the wiring. Ron, tell us what's going on here.
Yeah, the wires are just way too long, so just going to plug them in, loom them up, and then just cut out the excess, and then, you know, put a connector back in them.
And just ignore all the rust down here. Just pretend like you didn't see that. So now that Ron has the wiring harness sort of tucked up against the radiator and the core support there, he's shortening the wire harness, and he's going to make a splice there so that he takes all the excess out of the harness. Fire! Fire! Now it's time to tie the ground wire off against the chassis. Well, we're most of the way finished with the Be Cool installation, and we're actually going to finish this when we get the rest of our car done. We're going to do a lot of wiring stuff on the car, including relocating the battery to the back. And we also have to do a couple of runs to the parts store for radiator hoses. So there's a little bit of the wiring left, and we also have to do the plumbing. But we're a little ways off from needing that. So we're just going to stop here for now. Let's review again. This is Be Cool's 1,000 horsepower classic direct fit system for Mopar A bodies. And that includes, obviously, the radiator. It's a dual crossflow design with two 1-inch cores. It comes with the billet overflow container there. It also comes with the wiring harness and fan control system with the two relays there. Obviously, you've got the two high torque 13-inch ball fans with the mounting kits for the radiator, all the hardware, and the thermostat, which we've already screwed in here, but we haven't wired up. We didn't mention this, but this unit is designed to turn the fans on at 195 degrees and turn them off at 175, and it'll actually turn both the fans on and off at the same time. So this is actually perfect for a street-driven car of our horsepower range. So take a look at this one last time, and then you can also find the complete story in the June 2014 issue of Popular High Rodding.